Thank you, Melinda. I don't know how in the world I'm going to recognize all the people here today. Everybody's important, but we do have a number of elected officials. I don't know how I'm going to run through all of them. We got Bo Bilbo representing Senator Wicker's office. I know that Chip Reynolds is here somewhere representing Congressman Harper's office. We got the Madison County Board of Supervisors. I know we got a quorum here. Y'all raise your hand. Where are you? I saw Gene McGee, Mayor Ridgeland here somewhere. So, goodness, I don't know. So many people. My former colleague and State Senator Bob Montgomery and people I said, Barbara Blackman was here. So, anyway, all of y'all, welcome, everybody. This project, I was reminded, was originally conceived and developed by the city of Canton. It was their project. Then along the way somewhere, they got us involved and asked us if we would participate in helping them. And we did. We worked out a memorandum of understanding between the city and MDOT. And the vision of this was to provide a new east-west transportation artery through the southern portion of the city of Canton. And the bypass would provide, of course, additional traffic capacity south of downtown. The proposed plan was to alleviate the inadequate highway capacity along State Route 16 and 22 through downtown Canton. The bottom line was to get those 18-wheelers out of the historic area of downtown Canton. And this newly constructed bypass, it's going to provide a 4-lane facility, as you see. It's on a new location, brand new highway. We don't build those too often. Some other added features and improvements. There's going to be there is a new signal as you came through probably to get here, installed at 51. There's going to be there's another new signal at the other end here at Highway 43, and bicycle lanes were provided. Let me tell you, let me stop there a minute, and I appreciate our friends here from the bicyclers here, because it is now a policy of the Mississippi Transportation Commission that any new highway like this, or any totally reconstructed highway, that the staff will evaluate it for the possibility of a bike path. So you're going to see hopefully more and more of these as we build more projects. There was an earmark by this by our friends from Congress furnished for us of $10.5 million to get this thing kick-started. That wasn't enough to do it all. It wasn't enough to construct it, but it was enough to do the environmental and design it and move utilities and some of the construction. MDOT came up with the remainder. And by the way, when this is part of our agreement with the city of Canton, mayors, you know, is that we build this new highway, and then you folks are going to get Old 16 downtown to maintain, and we will maintain this one. Allow me to pause here too and explain the timing of this. I see Joe McGee over here. Joe McGee Construction. Raise your hand, Joe. They built this project and did it well, timely and efficiently and well. And I know it looked like a couple of weeks ago this thing was ready to open, and a lot of questions about that. It was not ready. We thought it was too. And we came out here, our staff had a final inspection on the project, thought it was finished, and then Joe's folks came out the next week and looked, and all of a sudden there were 2 failures in the pavement. And it took specialized equipment had to be brought in here to fix that, and we had to do that between thunderstorms. So that's what delayed it until today. And as you know, the last 3 days of rain were occurred, and we happened to time this, I guess, pretty well after all. When it opens in a few minutes, this project will provide better access than the Nissan plant, of course, for commuters and employees that currently travel along Highway 43, 16, and 22. And it'll definitely help the heavy traffic flow, as I said, on Highway 51. And speaking of Nissan, I want to introduce you to you and ask him whether to make some remarks, Mr. Jeffrey Webster, who is Director of Human Relations for Nissan.
Thank you, Ms. Hall. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good chilly morning. As Nissan celebrates our 10 years in Mississippi, we are proud of our relationship with MDOT and the joint efforts toward the progress of this state. All along, we've definitely enjoyed the relationship that we've had with this organization. Since the Canton plant was announced in 2001, MDOT has played a vital role in helping Nissan succeed in the state of Mississippi. One word that comes to mind when I think about this opening and when our employees heard about this opening, both for our employees and Nissan, was excitement. And that comes in basically three different ways. One, as Mr. Hall has mentioned, this roadway will provide a quicker commute for our employees traveling to Canton from the northwest area. And this is especially good for us due to the fact that we are now experiencing growth. Secondly, this will improve transportation routes for our suppliers. And probably one that's not to be mentioned is that it will provide a quick access for our employees during lunchtime to get to Penn's restaurant. So that's very exciting for us. This is truly, for Nissan, a sign of growth, both not just for Nissan, but for Canton as well as the Madison County area. And just like to say this morning, on behalf of Nissan, we just like to thank MDOT for our continued partnership, as well as allowing us to be a part of this morning. Thank you.